Welcome to Braunhaven. We'll be picking up where we left off last week. These guys are investigating a series of murders that clearly are of a metaphysical, spiritual being that they have determined. They haven't determined if it's a ghost or a fiend or what, but it is invisible. But of course, thanks to Malachi's detect invisibility, he has seen it. Nobody else can see it. He can see it, and of course, Lord Nyaris can see it. And so that makes things a little bit weird, and they're not sure exactly what is going on. But this has led them to the Keryth Teabarge. They've discovered that Lord Nyaris's son-in-law, who is a widower, Lord Nyaris's own daughter, was killed by whatever this thing is. They followed the son-in-law to the Keryth Teabarge. Evidently, he has some kind of mistress on the Teabarge that he's been siphoning money from Lord Nyaris's, skimming it off the top of Lord Nyaris's property investments in the village of Southbridge, and to pay for this high-end companion out on the Keryth Teabarge. Um, she's a really smart prostitute. We'll just call her what she is. And so, but according to his diary entry, he's calling it off. This is the last time he's going to meet with her, and they have followed to the Keryth Teabarge ahead of time. They've actually got here, they believe, before he has, and they plan to, see what he's doing and have him do some splaining. Before we get started, we'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. And today we would like to thank AleHorn. AleHorn makes beautiful Viking-style drinking horns, and they've got a number of different styles, everything from the classic actual drinking horn to a tankard style. That's the type that I have. They even have standard cups, and they do have some shot glass size ones. Mine came as a set. I got the tankard and the shot glass as a kit. My wife got it for me for Christmas a couple years ago. Absolutely, my favorite beer mug. It's absolutely fantastic. If you go to AleHorn's website and you see a horn that you really like and you order it, don't be don't be upset or disappointed when you get it and it doesn't look exactly like the picture. These are made from real ox horn, and so every horn, of course, is going to be different. And so it may have different striations in it, may have just slightly different coloring, but all of them are absolutely beautiful. And I think that now you can even get some of them customized. They'll do some engraving on them, things like that. So go check out AleHorn and drink like a Viking. Speaking of drinkware, we also have a merch store via Zazzle, the Greenwater Mercantile and Adventuring Company merch store. We've got t-shirts and buttons and hoodies. Hoodies have the character portraits of the characters from today's game. And we've also got a fleece blanket, a beer stein with the Greenwater logo on it, and a Whiskey Rocks glass with the Greenwater logo on it. And all of the proceeds from that store go. Excuse me while I itch my ear. All of the proceeds from that store go directly back into our channel, and it helps us cover all of these small monthly sub fees that show up, like Roll20 prescription, Roll20 subscription, or Incarnate Pro subscription, which I used to make this map. Also, it helped us cover the cost of the Wondershare Filmora software that we use to make these videos. All of those things kind of are small individually, but then at the end of the month, they all kind of gang up on you. And so if you want to help us make ends meet, please go get yourself a hoodie and a Whiskey Rocks glass, and we appreciate everything that you do for us. I have finished the hex map descriptions, including a quite expansive random roll rumor chart, as well as a more specific to the region um, random encounter chart. So this is for Stagina, the Land of Ice and Plunder. We're at what did I say? 137 pages, I think, and it's at more than 247,000 words, which I find mind-boggling. Which this means that now I can I need to outline it and kind of to organize my thought process on this. That work will begin on Monday. I'm going to outline it for the actual adventure that's going into that book. And I mean, Thanksgiving's next week, so will it be out before Christmas? I have high hopes. I have very high hopes, but there's going to be. I mean, the adventure itself is pretty straightforward so far in my head. These things have a way of writing themselves, and what looks straightforward when I start it, it's like, I'll I have this great idea for an area, and then as I'm detailing the area, it it kind of says, well, yeah, but you have to include the background for this, or else it's completely taken out of context. Okay, well now I have to write that, and so that sometimes happens. When I say sometimes, I would say probably 75% of the time. And so I'm trying to be as detailed and thorough as I can. Um, but it's coming, so I'm hoping before Christmas. If not, it'll be the first of the year, but likely what will happen is it will release as PDF first, and then within a couple of weeks, maybe a month, the print-on-demand book will be made available. So it's coming. It's coming. And in addition to all of this, because I don't have enough to do, I have started the very, very intro, um, formalizing the mess that is my brain organizational stuff for 2 books that will be Braunhaven 2nd edition, which will be for Castles and Crusades. And the first book is going to be the 2nd edition Braunhaven Player's Guide. And I mean, that's going to be for both players and castle keepers, because it will have an updated bestiary. It will have, background about, your starting town of Braunhaven, blah, 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 anybody that wants to start there. It's also going to have new races and new classes. Not necessarily new, but they are going to be specialized to the Braunhaven game. And then after that is going to be a kind of intro adventure called Town on the Edge of Shadow. And it can be used by itself. It doesn't have to be a part of the next campaign. I plan to use it that way, but I'm going to use it as part of the next campaign. But it doesn't have to be. It could just be a one-off. A one-off. It's not going to be a single session. It's going to be weighty, but it's a one and done, and then you move on to a more expansive campaign. So it's kind of a mini campaign contained kind of thing, and so that work will begin on that. And I'm trying to get a little bit done on all of this before we reach that point, because when we reach that point, I want to be able to just go splat, and there it is. That's my plan. We'll see how we'll see how long I can keep up that work schedule. So, you guys get into you paid your gold. Safanian, the Safanian Keryth, the owner of the Teabarge. So when you came in back here. this is the concierge desk. And Safanian Keryth, the owner of the Teabarge. So one of the things about the elves, and Safanian Keryth is probably the most um, obvious example that you've seen of this. Most elves, you guys don't have a whole lot of experience with elves, but elves, a lot of elves have a very androgynous look. You can look at some elves and say, you can ask yourself, is that a boy or a girl? I don't know. And of course, you probably don't ask. The elves, this is pretty normal for the elves, and sometimes you have some that are so androgynous like this that, you know, you don't know. I mean, you're just not sure. And this Safanian is a perfect example of this. Um, Dresses in clothing that is more male in style, but in colors and fabrics that are more feminine. And when you look at them, you can't tell which direction they go. Um, and among the elves, this isn't a big deal. This is normal for the elves. Um, of course, other elves. I mean, especially on the female end, there are elves that lean heavy, and they are absolutely beautiful women. The men, I mean, you don't see burly elves. You're never going to see a big, I'm a manly man elf. They're all wiry and thin, and not what not what Dentry would consider manly, certainly. Um, so there are some of these gender neutral um, type elves. I don't want to say effeminate because that's not necessarily true. Anyways, the other thing that you learned as you came in here and you paid your discounted price of 200 gold pieces um, is that evidently Safanian was asking the companion that was working the concierge desk if she had seen Miriam. You don't know who Miriam is, but evidently nobody has seen one of the other companions who is named Miriam. And anyways, Safanian leads you down into what is called the social room. And you get down into here, and throughout this room, there is right over here, there is a highly polished wood bar. Everything in here is lit by candlelight. Safanian usually spends the evening working the bar. There is, you know, a cask of wine. There are, pint glasses and mugs. Everything is candlelit. This table here is a card table, and there is a high stakes gambling game going on, a card game going on. The opening stake for joining the table is 5,000 silver pieces. That's so 500 gold is the opening stake. All of these other tables there are a number of mostly elves that are seated, and there is, of course, an elf from Drizwaddlex society. You're assuming, and then usually a half elf companion, and they're all kind of sitting there. And there's some open tables. Not everything is full up, and this is the deck 2. Below, there is this stairwell back in the back of the where you came in at the concierge desk that goes down to deck 3, which are private rooms. That the idea is that you can spend some time chatting and eating with your companion, and then and then you can move to your private room for the evening before you depart in the morning. At the bow of the boat is the kitchen, and the kitchen is run by a Orentian chef named Chinni Wu, and she does a fusion of Elven and Orentian cuisine. and you guys were told that the tonight's dish that she is serving is orange duck served with an Elvish short grain rice, and that is all included with the 200 gold pieces that you paid to get in. So, what are you guys doing?
Well, I'd like to go rent a private room.
That was included with your 200 gold pieces.
Oh,
Really,
then
at
I
this
want to.
point, the whole purpose of the social area is for you to meet the companions, socialize, and then, this is the Keryth Teabarge. I mean, Safanian was adamant to, that the Keryth Teabarge is not a brothel. You don't
Right.
just show up and get a private room.
Yeah.
If you if you are a regular, you might choose to say, leave a message at the concierge desk to meet whoever your normal companion is and go down to your private room and await for them there. Um, but the norm for, especially for somebody who is new, is to, spend some time getting to know you, kind of situation, and then going with your companion below.
Well, do they block our access from going down below? I mean, can we just go down there and look around? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you can go down there and look around.
my intention is to figure out where this Miriam is that her name? The one
Yeah,
that
the one that's missing.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to figure out where the one that the dude is coming to meet is, and I wanna find that prostitute, the one that was mentioned in the letter.
Oh, hold on. Uh,
I mean,
sorry.
that's what we did. We came, the Lord's nephew or whatever is headed here, and we're trying to
Right,
figure out why he needs this hooker.
right.
And yeah. So I mean, I would like to go scope her out, and
That's better. So hold on just a second. Maybe.
Dentry probably wants to check out the prostitutes.
Never again. Although Jackson is quite enamored with the elves, being a ranger. He's like, elves are always kind of a little
Hey
interesting.
man, then Jackson can pick him up a nice little elven, you know, lady of the night if he'd like to be polite
You
of
want
it.
another character? Because I'm probably fall in love with another prostitute. We're gonna free her. You're gonna have a fourth character now.
Yeah, that's a
Because a
possibility.
squad of ex-hookers.
Yeah.
So is it
Now,
Borman
it's kind
or
of epic. Like half our crew is just ex prostitutes.
is it
That's
Borman
pretty scary.
is it Borman or Malachi that's wanting to go down below? And is anybody else going to go with Borman? And I assume Borman's wanting to go invisible. Is that what you're implying?
Well, no, I mean, right now I'm thinking we could go down there and look around and just check the venue. We're new here. Um, eh, uh, Yeah, Borman wants to explore as much as possible because in his mind, this is a fucking excellent place to get a lot of free gold with little or no effort. And so, he is like, man, everything here is expensive as shit. I can't wait to figure out where the fuck they stash their stuff at. And Malachi is focused on, Malachi thinks there's a devil involved in this due to the fact that the was unable to turn the ghost away, so it couldn't have been a ghost. Maybe some kind of crazy projection. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's something demonic or devil fiendish is involved in this thing that's following around
Right.
our Yeah. So I mean,
Would he like an ESP potion? I have a spare one.
well, I mean, he's got the hat of mind reading.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You don't need the potion at all.
Yeah. But I mean, Borman definitely wants to go downstairs. Malachi will go where Laura goes.
I want
Okay.
to eat my orange cat. That's what Laura wants to do. That sounds good as hell.
So around this room, you see that there are a number of, I guess they're veterans, they're bodyguards of some kind. I will allow everybody who wants to can make a wisdom ability check.
Okay. So it looks like Malachi made it. Borman did not.
Gentry definitely made it. I think Jackson actually made a roll this time.
All right. So to everybody that made it, it occurs to you. So I mean, so this Borman's idea of going down and checking deck 3 and just kind of seeing what the lay of the land is and whatnot is a good idea. But if you all go, then there's going to be it's going to be noticed.
So the rest of us should stay upstairs to cover.
I'm down to hang out upstairs. I got known. Gentry is definitely going to hang out. He's not in any rush to go off to do other stuff.
Okay.
They're serving a fancy meal too.
Oh yeah, there's that. So Gentry's like, yo, food. Hey, I'm in.
That's a good idea.
Jackson's curious about what alcohol gets served.
Yes, of course. It is so for alcohol. Let's see. So you paid the you were given the discount for essentially the full night, and normally price ranges for the Keryth Teabarge are anywhere from 1,000 silver pieces to 3,000 silver pieces. You were given a middle of the road deal for a full 3,000 silver piece night, so everything's included. You can drink as much as you want, you can eat as much as you want, and technically you can have as many prostitutes as you want. I'm sorry, companions. So is Borman just going by himself, or is anybody else?
I guess he is. I guess he's just gonna kind of
Sneak off by himself.
Yeah.
And we'll help him if we hear
Someone
trouble.
should stop him from stealing early. Make him not steal until later.
Put a Gia spell on him so that he won't steal anything. So the grid is active. It solves some certain problems. So I mean, the measurement tool will work accurately. Borman, you can move your exploration movement rate. And are you going invis?
No, I'm just gonna. Oh, I can go down these stairs here. Is that what happens?
Yeah, these stairs lead up into the back area, into the concierge room.
That's where I'm headed. I'm headed down there.
Okay.
There's still a place like right here where I can't see. I don't know. My the light moves as I move, but the blackness doesn't go away.
No, because I didn't enable a light source for you.
Okay.
So, actually, though, yeah, I'll give you a light source. There.
There we go. Yeah.
So now you have a
Yeah.
candle.
I'm gonna head on down to the stairs here.
Okay.
Who's this?
That is one of the veterans that act as a bouncer on the
All right.
on the Keryth Teabarge.
Yeah. I'll ignore him as I don't know how far I can go on without everybody else getting a turn. But I mean,
Yep, that's fine.
that
Like I
right
said,
there
you
is
can
pretty
move. You can
close.
move your exploration movement rate, and I would say that would put you down here, which leads into this area directly north of you. But
Cool.
anyways, everybody else, what's Mavis doing?
He's getting deeply uncomfortable here, obviously. Probably gonna eat because she feels uncomfortable.
Okay.
Let's do that.
What about Alora?
He's eating dinner with Malachi.
Okay. And what about Peppermint?
Are there any ladies in here to talk to, or no?
Yeah, there's companions, both male and female, all over the place.
Okay.
Let's see here. There are.
I guess he's gonna ask about how much you get paid and stuff,
Okay.
like how the conditions are compared to how things were for her at the demon brothel.
So, hold on. I will tell you. So there are 13 different companions that are moving around in the social area or in the social room, and there are of those 13, 6 of them are male. The rest are all female. And so 6 male, 7 female. It's a pretty good mix. All of them are exquisitely dressed. The best, highest end dresses or suits for the men. Their hair is all perfectly done. Their makeup is all perfectly done. A far cry from Madame Bussard's, and they they tell you. The first thing that they tell Peppermint is essentially that, well, so does Peppermint tell them that she came from a brothel?
Yeah. Like I used to work in a place kind of like this. I just wondered how it is here.
So the first thing that is impressed upon Peppermint is, and that they are adamant about, is that they're not merely harlots. That they do offer true companionship, and Safanian takes care of them. And so, out of however much money Safanian takes in for the Teabarge, in addition to that, the all of the companions are given a weekly stipend of usually around 50 gold pieces a week. So evidently business is really booming for the Teabarge if they can pay these companions that much. In addition to that, Safanian also covers basic necessities. So Safanian buys them clothing, and housing is a guarantee in Derswadelek. There are no homeless people because everybody has a home. They're given that by the city. But the companions live in more of an upscale kind of situation.
I see. So they think they're better than Peppermint. Is that right?
That's right.
That's what I
That's
heard.
what she's getting out of this conversation.
Yeah. So she won't have a problem with fucking cleaning these motherfuckers dry.
Oh, it's like a hair trigger.
It's like, oh, so you're an uppity bitch, are you?
I knew people like you where I worked too.
What is Dentry doing?
Gentry is like, never again. Just sitting there drinking, never again. Never again. I'm playing. Gentry's kind of like feeling out the guards, kind of seeing if any of them, like who they're watching, what are they paying attention to. He's kind of really paying attention to what they're paying attention to.
Okay. So Dentry, and you may notice this, Dentry isn't giving off a light source, because I doubt Dentry would be carrying a torch fucking ever, because Dentry has night vision, and I've enabled that for your token.
Oh, sweet.
So even in the dark, I mean, technically speaking, Dentry should have night vision out to 60 feet. I've only got it limited to 40 feet near, because if I turned it on to 60 feet, I mean, you'd see everything.
I see stuff that's not even on the map.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, you could. I mean, not that you would be able to see through the walls or anything, but yeah, it starts to get insane. But you can see things that, for instance, Borman, who is probably carrying a light source like a lantern or something, you can see stuff much further than the light that he is shining. Although, if you were standing next to him, your night vision shouldn't technically work. And so far, there's no option for that. I wish there was one that was like, oh, well, if token is standing next to another token that is emitting bright light, then night vision is turned off.
Much.
Right. Yeah, I don't necessarily know I want that much AI in my life. But, so anyways. So Dentry, you are watching, and this guy is like outside the wall. There we go. You kind of paying attention to these veterans. All of them, you note. Find them. So all of these guys look well. I mean, for bodyguards, they are pretty well equipped. Let's see. All of them are wearing full plate.
Shit.
And they're all equipped with a sword. A fairly nice, obvious sword of elven make. They are all half elves. And all of them, they all look like they have spent some time at their profession, either in a professional military, like professional soldier type environment. These guys have seen some shit and some things.
They are not novices. They are a true veteran in the sense.
Yes, they are all veterans of something, and this probably pays them better than they would make working for the city.
All right.
But I would think that Dentry, being a fighter himself, I mean, they all show the bearing of knowledge and experience.
Okay. Are they more focused on the card game, or are they like looking at? Are they kind of just watching the girls? Are the companions to make sure nobody's being rough?
Yeah, they're kind of. I mean, your typical. Who hasn't? Anybody who's been to a strip club has seen the bouncer. And they're just kind of keeping an overall eye on everything. And if you remember when you came in, there was a cabinet there for stowing weapons, because weapons are not permitted on the Teabarge. Armor is allowed but frowned upon, because this is a place of joy and relaxation. It is not a combat environment. But armor's tolerated, but weapons are absolutely not allowed. You guys stuck your weapons into the bag of holding. So, I mean, if you guys want to try to hide a dagger or something like that, that's of course possible. But anyways, so nobody in here is armed. Everybody, aside from the companions, everybody here is pretty much immaculately dressed. Like there are men and women, female elves here. They are all pretty well dressed. Like they are dressed to impress. Like they're going on a date, not like they're going on a date to a fancy dinner, not like they're going. Not what Dentry would be used to at a brothel at all. And I mean, probably before this, the nicest brothel that any of you had ever been in was Madame Bussaird's in the Imperial Port, and even that was questionable. I mean,
Okay.
at least Madame Bussard required you guys to go take a fucking bath before you at any time, right? Most brothels aren't really that stringent on their requirements. But this is a whole other level. This is the Ashley Madison of brothels.
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys are just kind of overlooking the entire situation. This guy here, he may, in addition to watching the stairs leading down into the social area, he's probably paying most attention to the card table.
Okay.
You know, make sure nobody gets bent because their hand was bad. It is. Dentry can make a wisdom ability check.
Wait, did I make it? I think I made it. Holy shit, I made it.
Okay. Dentry gets the impression that the guards that are in the social area, at the very least, there isn't regularly problems here. It seems like they're more of a formality than anything else, but they're more than capable of handling an issue should one arise.
Okay, so they're like that tall guy at the tall bouncer at the strip club. You're like, don't mess with him because you know he can just pick you up and throw you out, but he really doesn't have to worry about anybody causing trouble.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
What is... So, I mean...
For the sake of story, Dentry is not wearing all his armor. He's just wearing his magical belt buckle that transforms into a dagger at touch.
Okay.
He's gone with we're supposed to look like we're supposed to be here. Everybody else is like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's a brothel.
I gotta be ready. He's walking around his drawers.
Walking around in just the belt buckle, nothing else. Just the belt
buckle. The belt buckle. Yes, right. What?
Walking around like Tyson at the boxing match, okay?
What is Jackson doing?
Jackson is gonna actually kind of like try and find an elven companion to chat with and kind of learn a little bit about both this area and the boat and stuff. Kind of just like really, I'm intrigued both genuinely and for our quest.
So, yeah, no problem. You find a companion, and man, this could go any direction, but let's see. Yeah, that's not awful.
So curious what happened right now.
So you find this companion. She has a charisma of 9.
Oh.
Very well put together.
He's already got Jackson beating charisma. He's like, what?
Yeah, so she's well put together. Probably not the most. She's not the most stunning beauty here, but she's well put together. She is well spoken, and she kind of describes the Keryth Teabarge. So, very similar to the description that was given to Peppermint. She says, a lot of outsiders get the wrong impression. They think that we are harlots. In fact, though, um, the not so much the individual companions themselves. Of course, the companions are all half elves, and so they're not looked well upon by the population of the city. Anyways, half elves are really treated as second class citizens by the elves. They're tolerated at best. So, I mean, that plays more of a problem than the fact that they are companions. But the city itself, the elves, didn't want the companion, or didn't want a tea house. So, or in a lot of the elven businesses, especially the shipping magnates, have long-term business interests in both Ereboscia and Orentis. Orentis being way across the Dragon Sea. It's a long sea voyage. But they have long-term business interests over there. In fact, they may or may not own property over there. And so because of that, a lot of Orentian customs and incoming trade from Orentis, some of those customs have made their way to Derswadalek. And one of those that many of the elves who have spent time over in Orentis is the idea of the tea house. Now, a tea house, can be anything from on the low end, it is really not much more than a brothel. Or on the high end, it can be more along what you would see here. And no matter what, there is always, at least in Orentis, there is always a tea ceremony. So Sifanian has kind of taken the tea house culture from Orentis and mixed it with the wine culture of the elves, and came up with the idea for bringing a tea house here. But the Elder Council, there was no way they were going to allow what they would deem essentially a brothel in the city of Derswadalek. They are better than that. The elves are better than that. But a compromise was made in that the tea barge, if it left at sundown and then anchored in the middle of the river, with their clientele, they could operate during the night, and then they could row back to or tow back into the docks in the morning at sunrise and let off their guests, and that would be acceptable because it's out in the middle of the river. It's not really bothering anyone. And so, yeah, she tells you the same. Aside from that, she tells you the same thing that Peppermint was told. And she then, of course, asks if you are here for the entire night, and when you would like to get a private room.
Yes, and yes.
Okay.
But I want to see the tea ceremony, and I want to ask if there's perhaps like a well-known or a legendary one among them or something. Like, is there one who's just known to be one of the best?
She you hear the name again. She says that one of the wealthier, or one of the wealthier clients that comes to the tea barge, and she says that we're not, as companions, we're not really supposed to talk about uh, individuals, but she does tell you that Khiiral, what's his full name? Here I go again. I wrote this. Khiiral Triskalyn, who is the son-in-law of Lord Nyaris of Southbridge, is probably one of their more wealthy clients. By no means the wealthiest, but he is known to frequent the Teabarge, and he has been known to shower gifts upon Miriam. And
And I
so
say, oh, and where's she tonight?
she says she's not sure. She says, frequently Miriam will go to their private room below decks and await for Khiiral to arrive. They prefer their privacy, eating in private as opposed to spending time among the social elite in the social room.
Okay. Oh, okay. It was just, no offense against you. I was just kind of curious to see kind of what a high-end companion looks like. But all the same, I'd love to spend some time with you and learn more about the culture around here. If you know what I'm saying. Winky, winky. But he does a horrible wink because he has no charisma.
Sure. So Jackson, well, I will move you over here for now. What is Malachi? Oh, Malachi's eating and drinking with Alora, right?
That's right.
Oh yeah, and I made you to take some of the high-end liquor with me.
What is Jackson doing with Mira, the warp beast?
I'm pretty sure Mira wasn't allowed on the ship, or was she?
She was.
Oh shit!
Ooh. He's
Mira's
gonna
coming
watch
to the room.
uncomfortably. That's you.
Mira's coming to the room. Because I asked the companion, is she into kinky?
Oh no! Do you mind being watched?
I mean, Mira got the tentacles. I'm just saying, she can hold it down or something. A little. You mind a little pain with your pleasure.
So, sorry.
But you asked. You asked. I would have left it alone, but you asked.
Where you, where you asked the companion, do you mind if I bring my pussy? Oh no.
Whoa. Hey, I just realized when you moved Jackson,
Mhm.
the whole lighting in the room changed. I think you gave Jackson the fancy lighting thingy and not Dentry.
So some of it is Explorer mode. In fact, yeah, no, what you're seeing is Explorer mode, but I will give Jackson 10 feet of light.
Oh, I mean, like the lighting in the room completely shifted when Jackson left. It
Right.
went to like what you were saying it was supposed to look like, where like there were shadows and stuff.
Right.
Before the whole room was just well lit.
Right, because you're in another section of the boat and there's walls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jackson just happened to have better vision over there.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So for anybody watching, this is what he's talking about.
I'm slowly learning how this lighting thing works. I'm like, what? Huh? Who?
Right.
What?
Yeah. Like I said, it'll make more sense when you're in a dungeon. This is mostly the lighting in here is for mood. Borman, you can move your exploration movement rate and show me where you want to move.
Well, I mean, there's a door open right here.
Yeah.
Go in there and look around.
Okay. So the doors that are open are empty rooms. The doors that are closed are locked. In here, my master map.
But I didn't see any security people on down the hallway or nothing.
You did.
Okay.
There. Actually, what? So yes, there is. You are aware that there is a guard in the hallway to the north. Just down there, he's got a lantern, kind of midship. But in these rooms, that the doors open, these are there is a single plush. Yeah, it is a plush bed. It is um, barely big enough for two people to sleep in. Barely large enough. There is a small candlelit table in here that allows for a dim, intimate light, and you can see that on the table there is a special, what appears to be elvish embroidered cloth, um, and a setting for what would be the tea ceremony. And all of the doors you can see in that these doors that are open, they are equipped with a locking bolt.
All right.
It's quite a sturdy locking bolt too.
I mean, I'm just glancing around. If I got more time and movement, which let's.
What's your regular move rate? 60-20?
Yeah, so I'm able to go 60.
So that means that your exploration movement rate should be, I believe, 180. Wait, no, that's not. What? That's not right.
About 90 is.
Oh, here we go. 60, 20. That's interesting. This chart doesn't show me. I think it's 120.
And I'm just gonna kind of. Oh, I need to go back. I'm just kind of. This door here is looking closed. I'm guessing it's locked. And then, down
Yeah.
here, I'm seeing the same thing. And I'll be like, "Hey, how you doing? Just looking around, thanks." And just basically, I guess there's a door here that I can't really see due to shadowing issues. But
Yeah, there's a door there. Yeah. Sorry.
yeah. It's all right. I have a little bit further, and my 20 gets me to about there, I guess.
So you get
I
up
look around. So it
there.
says you got a guy in the ass. Yeah.
You get up there, and you see. This guard here, at the bow of this is, of course, the lowest deck. Usually on a sailing vessel, this would be mostly cargo hold. You can tell that there's been a lot of internal work and changes done for the Teabarge. But up here, as would be expected in a cargo hold, there is stuff. There's bags of grain and rice and crates and a couple of kegs of wine and whatnot. And laying on some of these bags of rice, you see that there is a guard that is asleep. And I mean, he's not even making any bones about it. He is sacked out, snoring. There are doors here and here that are closed.
Okay, like I'm thinking though that there's nowhere lower in the ship, right?
No.
It would be built funky. Okay,
Yeah,
all
no,
right,
this is the bottom.
right. And can that guy way down the hallway there see us technically?
They can probably see your. Well, let's see. He can see your light.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna kind of go right over here and set my light down just right there.
Okay.
And in my turn will be me pulling out my frost brand.
Okay. All right. So you arm thyself. Mavis, what are you doing?
Davis is muted.
I am trying to convince the companions to live a more virtuous life.
I'm sorry, you were what?
I'm trying to convince the companions to live a more virtuous life.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Probably not succeeding, but I'm doing my best.
So Mavis can make a charisma ability check, and we'll
I'm
see
so fucking
how
right.
well she's doing.
And charisma -1. Alrighty. Hey, holy shit.
Did you get it?
Wait, is that good?
You wanted to roll under your charisma.
Oh, okay. Well, then I failed horribly like I expected.
Yeah, so you have one male companion that's listening, and as you're as you're trying to convince him, kind of like me when anybody of a religious bent knocks on my door, he's yawning. He's like, yeah. So did you want to get a private room or? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I have to answer the door for this.
So I'm thinking, if we slowly funnel everybody down in the bottom, I can arm everybody, and we can just take over this ship.
Why do we want to take over the horse ship?
Because it's got lots of gold, and the horror that guy is supposed to be coming to see is here, and don't we? I mean, she's got to be up to something nefarious, so we should kill her and then find out what she's doing.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, but I think it'd be great
This
if we could.
situation is weird. I'm not sure what we
Well,
are
there's
supposed
rumors
to really be here.
there's rumors of devils and shit about, and something that I think is connected to here is making that projection that guy is seeing, and you know that invisible vision he's having, and so I'm thinking it's around here, but we'll find out.
I thought that was the ghost of his wife. Yeah,
If it was a ghost, when you tried to turn it, it would have tried something.
Oh, it would have gone. That's right. Yeah, we don't know what's going on. Okay.
So that's why I'm thinking devil or fiend is running this.
All right.
And Brian, what are your thoughts? I mean, should we just fuck some whores and go on, or what?
I mean, I was thinking more along the lines of kind of like espionage it and kind of figure out what's going on. I don't know about taking the whole ship over. I don't know if that's the smart play either, because like, can we take the whole ship over and not have to then like deal with the whole city afterwards?
The city might be happy.
If we fuck their bodies up enough, we can turn them all into zombies and leave, and then the citizens of the town will take care of it themselves.
It'll be a ship full of zombies.
Yeah, just raise them all up as zombies and let them wander around. People would come over to get a whore, and there'd be dead zombies eating, corpses and stuff. And in the meanwhile, we will be without blame.
All right.
So yes. Sorry about that. My a Christmas present showed up, and I needed to get it before my wife intercepted.
Oh hell yeah!
So what is? I mean, Alora and Malachi are having orange duck with elven rice and a very, very good wine.
Malachi, while he's eating, is going to randomly read thoughts to try to get information around the place. Because he's in his black priest, his black fucking necromant, and then the flamboyant hat.
Right.
Yeah, he always wears.
Right. Well, and that it's not a. If I remember correctly, it's a hat of telepathy.
Yeah,
But
not a
essentially,
helm.
yeah, it's not a helm. Uh, well, now I need to open another book.
That's what he's doing, you know.
Right.
Is the card dealer running a clean game down there or stealing? You know, uh, really wanting to get information about just spend a few minutes on everybody around, and if somebody has anything interesting, I might dig down further. But that's what Malachi will be doing. Meanwhile, telling Alora that, oh, you smell like you've been rotted for days, and it's just so good.
So, looking around the room, seated at the card table, um, you are able to determine that one of the is a for an elf, pudgy, a pudgy elf, bald, also peculiar for an elf, wearing kind of uh, white and green robes. And reading his thoughts, you can determine that his name is Pertham Elgwin. And reading his thoughts, you determine that he is the current patriarch of House Elgwin. And House Elgwin is a they are one of the 6 remaining royal houses of Derswadalek. So, thing to keep in mind is that the houses of Derswadalek are a old vestige of the monarchy, and the monarchy no longer rules Derswadalek. Now it is ruled by the Elder Council and with the Primarch at the head. But the houses have kind of remained all these years. And House Elgwin is most notable for being the biggest backer of the Chapel of the Gods. They are quite religious. Majority of House Elgwin's members are a part of the New Faith church, and they have a high amount of clerics and acolytes in the Chapel of the Gods in Derswadalek. They also have direct financial ties to the Guild of Waterworks, and they fund a lot of the Guild of Waterworks operations in and around Derswadalek. So anything from running fresh water through the city to sewage cleanup to all of that, making sure that the waterways are clean and the water is pristine. That is all a part of the Guild of Waterworks. And reading his thoughts, you can determine that Pertham Elgwin is in everyday normal life in Derswadalek considered a pious follower of the god Octus.
So he's kind of being hypocritical by here gambling, huh?
Yes, he's also. I mean, detecting his thoughts, you can also determine that he is a shrewd businessman. That basically his financial ties to the Guild of Waterworks has made House Elgwin quite rich.
Are there other people there spending big money? I mean, is this really a really big high stakes poker game going on?
Minimum stake to get into the game is 500 gold pieces.
And Malachi will tell Alora that if she wants to go over there and gamble, he'll read the minds. He'll do this with his mental telepathy that he gains with her. So I'll read everybody's minds and tell you what they have, and you can clean house over there.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do
You're
that.
all charismatic, and all that. So yeah, I wanna tell her when she has winning hands based on reading people's minds. and on on what their cards are. So it kind of rigs the game in her favor.
Another member sitting at the card table, by reading his mind, you determine that he is a member of the Zilmer. Now, the Zilmer is not an official guild. It is not officially recognized or sanctioned by anybody in the city of Derswadalik. They are an organized crime syndicate of elves. They are essentially the Thieves Guild. And reading this guy, you can determine that he is a member of a network of assassins, acrobats, bards, thieves, etc., that basically operates throughout the city. They have a number of ties in numerous other guilds. I mean, this guy's basically a mafia.
You need to bet 1,000 gold pieces a pop.
I have 730 gold pieces.
Well, I mean, I've
Once I get up to
right.
that amount.
I can give you some stuff. Why don't you take here we go. I have a gold well, trying to see if I have something that here we go. I have 15 gems worth of 100 gold pieces each in a little pouch I can give you.
All right, I can bet those.
Yeah.
I would like to play.
Okay. All right. So how much are you betting?
Let's see.
Well, just do the ante first, and then I'll tell you when you have the winning hand to push.
I'm doing 500 to start, just to get in the game.
Okay. Well, that worked out perfectly. So, okay. So you sit down, you drop in your 500 Annie, and Pertham and this other elf are sitting there, and there is a companion that is dealing, and then of course there is another companion that's sitting there, and essentially this is like a 5-card Texas Hold'em type card game. I mean, theoretically. No, I'm not going to whip out cards. That's just too complicated.
Yeah, I mean, basically what I'm doing is I'm telling Elora what they have in their hand by reading their minds.
Right.
As I sit across the room, so I mean, all she has to do is, I mean, it should be an easy win.
Right, it will be.
Yeah.
So you sit down, and this Pertham welcomes you to. He says, "Oh, welcome to the city of Derswadalik. I can see, young lady, that you are an outsider to here." And the mafioso kind of just nods in your direction and keeps playing. And they deal the cards. We'll come back to your card game. What's Peppermint up there doing?
She is thieving. She does not like this place. She's very insecure. On the edge of
I'm not
violence.
pretty enough to be here. And what about Dentry?
Dentry is kind of like planning out, like if shit hits the fan, who he's going to take out in what order and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Especially now he doesn't have his armor. He's like, okay, I got my dagger. I can surprise this guy. He won't be expecting a weapon.
Marking all the exits.
Oh, he is. He's got the exits. He's got the path of how he's going to do it. He's watching the game. So if something goes wrong with their he already knows his people well enough to know that they're not doing this honestly. So he's ready to like take out
right
first.
Right. This guard, from Mavis's attempts to kind of um, subvert the companions from their vile and wicked ways, he kind of comes over, just kind of keeping an eye, and Dentry can see that the guard kind of just has this smirk on his face, like, yeah, that's not gonna work.
I mean, if you've ever tried to talk a stripper out of stripping, you know it's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's probably yeah. You're not gonna convert them. Jackson,
I have a friend who used to try and do that all the time. It's hilarious. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
right? So Jackson, you get into this room, and the companion sits down there. Is a very it's short, but there it is. Her serving you tea, and then once the tea is poured, um, you know, toasting one another, and quietly sipping the tea. And once your cup is empty, then sexy fun time can begin.
I will not go into the details of the sexy fun time.
Right.
But I will say that she leaves both surprised and impressed.
Okay. Borman.
She finishes our time surprised and impressed and runs to tell one of the others that they should also try it.
Borman, what are you doing?
Foreman left that over there. He's going to. I mean, I think if I just kind of squeeze right over here, I can coup de grace this guy.
You could. He's asleep.
Yeah.
Are you moving silently?
Wait, are we already doing the killing?
Go ahead and make a move silent check.
I have magic boots.
Oh, that's right. That is correct.
We weren't doing the killing yet.
I'm just getting rid of loose ends. It's okay. No one's gonna find this body. Nothing's gonna go wrong here. It's gonna be fine.
Famous.
Yeah, it's this is an important part of the adventure.
Like I said, there is a door here and a door here.
Yep, I'm really kind of hoping to kill this dude and then turn invisible.
Okay. So
what I want to do.
You cut his throat, and he, of course, wakes up and goes and dies. Let's see this guy. Shit. This guy hears something.
I'm gonna pick the dead body up over my shoulder there.
Okay.
I'm carrying it.
Okay.
So it should be invisible too.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna kind of, me and Mr. Dead Guy are gonna kind of head over here to this room.
Okay. Make a wisdom ability check.
Yeah, I made that shit. Yeah.
So are you just laying him on the bed? What are you doing?
On the side of the bed, on the floor there. Maybe kick him up under the bed a little bit.
Under the floor, or I'm sorry. You lay him down on the floor, and under the bed, you find the body of a half-elf in her mid-20s is laying on the floor. The body has been completely skinned. It can be presumed that this is Miriam. There's no sign of the poor woman's flesh anywhere in the room.
Wow.
It just got real.
Dum dum dum. Yeah, well then I mean I'm gonna let that guy go down there, and then I'm gonna close the door and pick clock it behind me and go tell my friends that something's really fucked up here.
Okay.
Kind of what I want to do.
All
I
right.
really want him to interrupt me mid coitus. Like, hey, it's time to. What the? Yeah. Okay. When you're, we gotta go.
So, um, so you're shutting this door?
Yeah, when that guard goes down there and starts looking around for what he heard, I just want to close the door and try to reverse pick it, lock it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And then move along my fucking way.
I will.
That's where the bodies are hidden.
There's the door.
Maybe put a do not disturb sign on or something, you know?
And you set your lantern right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a light source right now.
There you go.
Thank you.
So, um, so where are you? Do you? I mean, well,
And I'm just
where?
I'm just gonna step out. I mean, I don't know how much time it is. Am I on hold now right there? Is that where I am?
Yeah, we'll we'll go ahead and hold you right there. Uh, so Alora, you actually Borman, I will allow you to go ahead and move your exploration movement rate again.
Okay. Well, I'm going there and I'm shutting this door and locking it, and then
The door's
I'm
only
headed on.
locked from the inside, but I mean you
I
can
have.
shut the door.
I'll shut the door and can I reverse pick the lock to lock the door?
Probably not because it's a sliding bolt.
I mean, it's doable, but you'd have to be like some real clever shit to do it.
Yeah, it would be. It would be pretty
Yeah,
complicated.
yeah. I'll close the door then and just hopefully let that ride, and then I can do almost the whole boat. You know,
Right.
I'm not sure if I know where Jackson is,
Probably not.
so I'm going back up the
Everybody
stairs.
knows where Jackson is.
As so, Borman, as you get back to the stairs, just as you come up the stairs, coming down these stairs, you kind of flatten yourself against the wall, and walking past you is Khiiral Triskalyn, and he comes in and he knocks on this door up here, and you can hear a sliding bolt click open, and the door opens. He steps inside, and the door shuts, and you can hear the sliding bolt lock back into place.
I'll mark that, and I will continue on. You know, I've done my movement, my another exploration. But anything else, I'll be pushing. But I'm headed up the stairs. I'm
Okay.
going to whisper in people's ears. I've got the information I want now, so I'm now creeping to tell my friends that we need to go down.
Okay. So, Alora, uh, this first hand, you win back 1,500 gold.
We
And,
really only made 1,000 because you
right,
had to drop 500. But
right. And, uh, Pertham, kind of, the mafioso elf is kind of sitting there, and he kind of has a frown on his face, and Pertham says, "Oh, very very well played hand, young lady," and the dealer deals out another round of cards. How much are you betting?
I'll bet 500 again.
Okay. All right, so you're in for another 500, and the game continues. Malachi, what are you doing? Are you just focusing on the game?
Doing my job.
Okay.
I'm making sure Laura knows what the other people have in their hands and mentally telling it.
Uh,
Um,
Dentry, what are you doing?
um, I'll come over to be a spectator at the game. And what's cool.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I'll do. But actually, I'll do it from this side.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
So,
I'll come watch you.
Borman, oh, I'm sorry. What's Peppermint doing?
Just coming over to watch again.
Okay. Borman, what are your plans? Who are you going to? Are you remaining invisible? I mean, what's going on?
I'm remaining invisible, and like I will come right over here and whisper in Dentry's ear. Uh, you know, uh, you know, go down into the level below and go the door is closed, but go into the third room on the left down the hallway. Do like you have a secret knock, just make something up and go down there and do that. And then I lost Borman. Where the fuck am I?
He's right here.
Okay, y'all, I'm on the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing this. Okay, so I go here, I whisper to him, and then I'm kind of avoiding around people, but yep, gonna whisper that to Peppermint. The jig is up. Go down and go downstairs. Wait a minute, and then go down. And then I'll do it to Malachi and Mavis, and I will end up right here next to Laura, telling her that I've discovered a bunch of shit and we need to, you know, periodically one
No.
of us needs to go downstairs. And we're all meeting on the third room from the left.
Okay.
Uh, the third door on the left, the door is closed. Just do a random knock and go in. Those are the instructions.
But
Let's see how that works out.
Borman notices that Jackson isn't present in the social room.
I do notice that Jackson ain't present, but I'm thinking when things get noisy, Jackson will fucking figure it out. I don't know what room he's in. I don't know how to find him.
That's true. That's true.
And I mean, long conversations and a quick whisper drive by is probably not probably not something that could take place right now. I'm thinking we could go down in our little room and I could give everybody their arms and we could you know go right across. Especially because I have the shit that shows enough to get Mavis on board. I have a skinned hooker.
That's true.
Give me just a
Somebody needs to pay.
second. It occurs to me. Sorry, I need to make a token.
So I just randomly pick the right room to have the hooker dead under the bed. That's cool.
Well, not exactly, but I'm moving things along.
Oh, okay.
It's fluid.
Right. Hey, it's fine. I was it would have been a lot cooler if it would have been that way and
It
I
it it
randomly.
it works out exactly as required.
For the sake of story, I will have my lady open the door to leave right as one of the characters is walking by the room, so that they happen to see me in there and go, "Hey, get over here."
Do what now? Who's doing that?
for the for the sake of story, when Dentry walks down the stairs, he'll pass Jackson's room and the door will be opening like right as he's passing it, and he's like, "Oh, hey," he'll stop to tell him the plan for the sake of story.
Well, you don't know which room Jackson went into.
That's what I'm saying. Jackson's door will open because Homegirl will be leaving to like go get something or whatever. I don't know, whatever. I just wanted to time out that the door opens so that they can find.
I see what you're saying.
If you're okay with that, I would like for the sake of story for that to happen.
Let's go ahead
and roll initiative.
Yeah, it's probably getting to be that time.
Mhm.
Let me add you guys here. All right.
Oh, right. You said initiative.
So when I switch this over to ascending AC and base to hit, I went to the game settings and tried to change, because the character sheet has both ascending AC or THACO, right? I tried to change it to ascending AC, and it saved, and the preview that it showed me was correct. But then when I go into the game and I open your guys' character sheets, it's still showing the standard THACO, and I'm like, God damn it! And I've tried it like 3 or 4 times, and it does not change. So I don't know. That's probably going to be another bug report. All right, so you guys are all in there. Peppermint, you can move your exploration movement rate if you wish. If heading down below is where you're going, or you can do whatever Peppermint's going to do.
Are both stairs go downstairs, or just one?
So this goes up to the lobby where the concierge desk is, and then these stairs go down below.
Oh, so that's the way I took down then, huh?
Correct.
Okay, I've been using the wrong side.
I mean, both these stairs go up into the concierge area.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, wait, do I have to go through the back then, or?
Yeah, you'd have to go up these stairs, or these stairs, which leads into this back area. This door actually leads in from the top deck, and then you go down these stairs to get into down here. So
I think I got like 10 feet of movement left after I go down the stairs. Right?
So that's like 80 feet of movement, which would put you right here. And then you've got what? Her normal movement's what? 90, 30? So
yeah.
That would mean
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. God, I used to be able to do this. Why am I not able to figure this out?
I moved it. It's okay.
I think you can move, let's see, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, you could move almost to that door. Move right here.
On my sheet, it says my exploration rate is 90, so I just moved 10 more.
Okay. Okay, so no, that's fine. Oh, I see what it's saying. No, I don't know. My brain. I must have had a stroke in the night or something. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. What's Malachi done? Still focusing.
Malachi, he's still doing his job, but he'll kind of come over, kind of come over here and
Okay.
stand around and look
Malachi
around.
can make a intelligence ability check.
He did not make it.
Okay. So you're focusing on the game. You kind of miss out. Obviously, reading their thoughts. There's background noise about what some of these guys are playing. You can, even missing your intelligence check, you can tell that Pertham isn't exactly. Pertham of House Elgwyn isn't 100% focused on the game. He's got other things on his mind.
Okay. Well, right now I'm trying to make sure Laura wins her hand because that is my main job, and I would not want to let her down in any way.
Okay. Mira's just watching, sitting, like a demure kitten.
Yeah. Mira's watching. Yeah. Watching.
And Jackson's getting busy. And as Jackson kind of, I mean, if one round is 10 seconds, that's probably 4 seconds too long. Jackson finishes up. Jackson finishes up, and the companion, of course, lies and tells Jackson how great it was. And
How dare you?
What's Jackson doing? Is he staying for pillow talk, or is he? What's he doing?
Jackson's gonna go get some more wine.
So you're opening the door and leaving?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave and get more wine. Mira's gonna kick it.
Okay. So you open this door. To see Peppermint, I think. Yeah, you would see Peppermint.
I start with hey, don't judge, I mean, people gotta live, right?
Well, I mean, considering that you met Peppermint in a brothel, I mean...
But she wasn't exactly there 100% by choice, so I'm like, don't judge me, I like it. I look,
so... Is Peppermint letting Jackson in on the plan, or?
I think we all just have the same. Oh yeah. I'll tell him where we're going.
Okay.
So go to the third door on the left and knock, right? Yeah.
So, I mean, what's Jackson's movement?
A ton.
Like obscene.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So
went around the entire ship 3 times.
So Jackson, you can get all the way into this room. You of course see the body. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong door. You see the body of the guard laying on the floor next to the bed. Now, I mean, all Borman told anybody was to meet in the room. I mean, obviously, I mean, here's the body, this guard, his throat slit. This guard.
I would like to perceive if the blood is pooling weirdly. Like, is it not? Like, is the blood kind of pooling more than it should in a certain area? Perhaps like under the bed, because something has stopped it from moving forward.
Yeah, and looking under the bed, you see the skinned body of a one of the companions.
Cool. I will share that with everyone else as they come in.
Okay. So, Alora, obviously, you win another 1,500 gold.
I gotta nope out at this point. Say out. I know how to quit when I'm ahead. I'll say. And maybe move half my movement or something.
Yeah, you can. So you get up. You decide to nope out, and Pertham says, "Oh, you not going to give us a chance to win our hard-earned silver back, are you?" And the mafioso just kind of scowls at you.
Yeah, he can just deal with it. Okay. Can make it around.
You gotta know when to hold.
Okay. That's right.
I actually did that at Wild Horse Casino.
What?
I sat there. I was playing video poker right in front of the high stakes blackjack table. It was $50 stake to get in, and my back was turned to them, but I could see the reflection of the people right behind me. I could see what their cards were, and so I was sitting there. Man, okay, I'm going to admit to it. I was counting cards, and I was waiting for the card.
You weren't playing, didn't matter.
I was waiting for the cards to get better. And when they did, I cashed out of the video poker machine, turned around and sat down at the table. And this uppity son of a bitch dealer looks at me and he says, "Sir, you have to know that this is a high stakes table. It's $50 minimum bet." And I plunked down a $50 chip. And I'm like, and I didn't say anything, just looked at him like, "Deal me, dick." And he fucking does, and he deals me blackjack. And the look on his face was great, right? So he deals me blackjack. I win. He plunks down my winnings. I scoop up the chips and I said, "Okay, I'm out." And I turned around and walked away. And everybody at the table was just dying laughing. I'm like, "Yep, I'm done."
There you go. I've met my need.
I have what I came for. What's Mavis doing?
Walking with her stumpy little leg. I can make it a little further than where I will. That's cool. All right.
Okay. Dentry.
Gentry. Well, now that I'm not all armored up, I have regular movement, so I suppose I can get down the stairs to where everybody else was. What the shit? Who the fucking just measure? Whoa, it's all big and shit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I just wanted the regular line. What's going on here? There we go. That's better. I think. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. I'll just get probably to the top of the stairs, I guess, or the bottom of the stairs, depending on how you measure it.
Yeah, so you get down here right next to Peppermint. Borman, what are you doing? You are muted, sir.
Borman is gonna head on down to.
Oh, for old time, Tenchi wants to be like, "Peppermint, my love, you want to go in a room for old time's sake?"
He's considering it.
Hey,
Borman should be able to get somewhere right into here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's headed to the room.
So you get down here. This guard seems to be in a hurry, heading towards the aft end of the barge, and he Mavis and Alora, you see this guard get up here, and Mavis and Alora, you can make a wisdom ability check.
Ooh.
So it looks like,
Somebody succeeded on that.
yeah, let me just check. So they both succeeded and Mavis got the one. So,
Okay, so Mavis, you can hear. I mean, this guard comes up and he's being as quiet as he possibly can. He whispers into the other guard's ear, but Mavis's ears perk up, and she can hear. He says, I found a bunch of blood all over the rice sacks, and there's a small pool, and there were some drips on the deck. I'm not sure exactly what has transpired, but I didn't find a body or anything. And the other guard
wow.
immediately says, I'll go talk to Safania and see what they want us to do. And so he heads this way.
Okay.
And Malachi sees him talking to Safanian.
All right.
Peppermint, what are you doing?
I am completing the plan.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, let's see what I'm looking at. Okay. Almost. No way, I can make it in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you got 90 feet of movement, so
This
Peppermint,
one is gonna be really
Peppermint and
grand.
her and her leather armor.
Okay, I'm in the room, and now I'm like, now what?
So I mean, you see the same thing that Jackson found. What's Malachi doing?
Malachi is thinking he probably should eavesdrop, but he's not that kind of guy. He's gonna, well, I need this. Play.
So if you want to make your measurement tool a little bit smoother, one of the options you can, for grid snapping, if you switch it to no snapping, I find that it works a lot better.
Oh,
Instead of counting each individual square as you move it, it just does it.
well, that right there gets him at 75 feet, and
So that
got that.
that would put you over here.
He's 75. He's got that 120.
Yeah.
Right.
So you've
So
got,
we can go another 40.
Yeah.
Right in here somewhere.
another 45.
Malachi's location. Headed on down the way with a toothless grin.
Okay. So Mira would have seen Jackson leave. What's Mira doing?
Mira's following Jackson. She's like, oh, I guess we're done with the fun time. She meows to the girl and joins Jackson over here.
Okay.
Kind of like, but she's a good kitty and she waits outside the door guarding.
Okay. All right. Jackson, you're already in the room. Peppermint's already in the room. Are you? What do you have any plans, or are you just waiting?
I have no idea of like confirming that this is homegirl, but I'm assuming this is homegirl. And so I'm talking to Peppermint now, like, okay, yeah, I found the girl. Like, she's down here, but she's not just dead. She's skinned.
Right.
Where's
It is perfectly
freaking
skinned.
Malachi? Where's Malachi? Because he would be the one that would know about this stuff.
Why are we in the room with her? Is what I'm saying. Like, I don't
That's
understand
a
her
good
plan
idea.
at all.
Let's go across the hall.
Well, yeah, I don't know. So Borman didn't tell you what's up with this room, and this door's locked.
I'm so damn it. Fine. Then I go back to my room. I'm like, we should probably I'm gonna catch people on their way down and tell them to meet back in my room instead. I like that idea. Because hanging out in the room with the dead body is not a good look. So I say, hey, Peppermint, we should go back to my room so we're not in the room with the dead body. And on my way back, I pass Malachi and go, come this way. Instead, I'll tell you what we found.
Oh, well, Malachi is like, well, I'm very interested in the bodies.
Fine. Go look, then come to my room.
What is Alora doing? Is she moving again?
Yeah, I need to move more.
She's got like another 120 feet.
Yeah, I should be able to make it.
So I am going to just say that you can all get down into Jackson's room,
where Borman will immediately start handing out weapons, and armaments. You know, just getting everything up. He's like, he'll say, you know, hey man, the dude that we're looking for is in the room across the hall from the dead bodies, and I think there might be a creature wearing Miriam's skin in there pretending to be the hooker. I think we should run in there and save the day.
Oh, okay. Wow. That sounds like a plan.
I look at him and go, that's too noble. What's your real angle?
Well, you know, if we do have to kill everybody on the ship, we do get looting rights. So.
Oh, okay. I mean, fair enough. Wait,
yeah.
Do we really want to
that's a pretty good reason.
Peppermint, are you cool with us killing all the ladies of the night?
Yes, absolutely.
They think they're better than her.
I don't like any of them, he said.
Damn right.
Hey, Peppermint's cool with it.
Okay.
So okay, so what is Borman? I mean, you got what is Borman telling everybody?
Borman's telling everybody that he thinks that there's, you know, something is pretending to be Miriam, and in that other room down there,
right here,
you know, because that's where the guy went to go do, and he's like, I think if we go there, and while I might not be able to pick the lock, you can definitely chime the lock, and we go in there and take, you know, kill Miriam.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so Alora has to go first.
Yes. So
yeah, we'll all just be, you know, we're all armored and ready to go, and we're just gonna walk into the hallway like we own the place. That's what I'm thinking.
All right. So we'll be at Jackson, you see 3 of the guards come kind of hustling downstairs and move to the bow of the boat. But they seem to be all up here kind of looking through the storage rooms and at the bow of the boat, but they're staying at the bow.
Okay. I tell the party, I'm like, yo, there's a few guards down there, so let's be a little slick about this.
Okay. Good.
All right.
You think we should take out the guards?
They're busy. They're not going to care.
Yeah.
Are we going full murder hobo? Is that what we're doing? Just going full murder hobo?
Well, I mean,
it might go down like that.
In order for them to tell other people on the boat, they have to get through us, and you know, and we're not easy to get by. So, I mean, I think as long as we kill relatively quietly, like, you know, no horn of blasting and no fireball.
Horn of blast. Don't worry, we'll do this in a stealthy manner.
Yeah,
we'll murder hobo silently.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Oh damn! So fireballs are out, and
yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
All right, Peppermint. You can do what you will.
Yeah.
You're still in exploration movement, right? Because you guys aren't in combat yet.
Okay. I guess. Well, I can't open the door. I have to wait for Laura.
Right, the door is locked.
I'm like in the wall. Sorry regular tour. That should be fun. Okay.
All right, and Malachi.
Malachi is going to come and stand right here because he wants to see the dead bodies,
Okay, so
and
Yeah,
he will
check 'em
cast.
out.
He's going to cast the spell next round. So that's where he, he wants to go there and prepare to cast his spell for next round.
okay, what spell are you going to cast?
Oh, you
Out of
want you?
curiosity.
I am going to animate these corpses.
Okay, so you're getting ready to cast a spell.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to my spell will be the 3rd level. Animate dead temporarily, which should, in theory, make both of these people zombies. Will be skeletons. This should make them both skeletons of 2 hit dice because they're NPCs.
Wait,
Okay.
so does that
So
mean, like, the
that's
flesh
your
goes
plan on
off?
next round. Go ahead and make a. You can roll a intelligence ability check.
I hit it.
Okay. Hold on just a second.
I have a 16 intelligence.
So does that mean like a body loses all of its skin and becomes a skeleton?
Well, I don't know. It just says this spell turns bones or bodies of dead creatures into undead skeletons or zombies. So he could, in
Oh.
theory, force me to be a zombie because they're all packaged up. But
Well, and they're
they'll-
fairly fresh. So
we'll do zombies. Zombies, fine. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I would say they probably pop as zombies, but your intelligence, I mean, yeah, you look at the guard and you're like, yep, Borman slit his throat, and then you immediately look under the bed. Under the bed, you are of the opinion that whatever, I mean, the skinning of Miriam was so perfect that you are of the opinion that whatever did it is wearing her flesh as a disguise. And it would have a limited amount of time that it would be able to do this. Your guess would be about 24 hours before, and 12 hours would be about perfect. Anything past 12 hours, the skin's going to start to sag and rot, and the disguise will get, slowly more decrepit as time went on. But total amount of time, as long as nobody smells or pays attention to closely, 24 hours would be the total amount of time that whoever skinned her would be able to wear her skin as a disguise.
Understood. I might cast a different spell next round based on that information, but right now I'm still thinking a couple of zombies to run and help us fight sound like wonderful use of my time. I don't know.
What is Mira doing?
Mira. Ooh, like this idea. Mira will come down here and where the hell's Mira? Oh, there she is. She'll come. There we go. Shit. No, not fucking. I am struggling today. And come down to here. It's like meow, meow.
Just kind of seeing what these guys are doing down here. So Mira would witness these guards, and I mean, do they notice? No, they don't even notice that Mira has shown up. These guards are going. They're in these 2 rooms. These guards are going through their storage rooms. There's a number of dresses and whatnot that are hung in there. There are various, bedding and things like that folded up on shelves. They're digging through all of that, trying to find evidence. This guard's going through the supplies because, I mean, all they see is blood. They don't see a body or anything like that. Mira would note, there are some drops of blood on the floor here, of course, because the body was picked up and moved to this room. But the guards are very intently focused on what they're doing. What is Jackson doing?
I mean, Jackson's gonna group here and wait for the chime.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not kicking the door in, right? So we're waiting to do it.
You're waiting
properly.
for Borman, yeah.
Laura, not Borman.
Laura's gonna chime it. I gotcha. What's
Can't really pick a latch.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, it's easier to pick a sliding bolt open than it would be to pick it back closed. Because it's a sliding bolt on the inside of the door. So, I mean, you could, with a very fine-tipped dagger, for instance, get in through the seam of the door and just kind of work that bolt, theoretically, if it's well-oiled, out of its slot. Getting it back in, not quite so easy.
Fair enough.
So, Laura gets up there. You're chiming it?
I'm ringing that chime.
Okay. On.
I really want to see the skinless body confront the one wearing the suit.
Yes.
So Allura goes bling, and the bolt goes chunk and slides open. Mavis, what are you doing?
Looking it up there, ready for action.
All right.
Okay.
And Dentry.
Dentry is. Do I have to take a turn to put my armor back on since I was all most good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're probably putting on your armor.
Yeah, I'm re-armoring.
And Borman.
Borman is going to grab the Rod of Lordly Might and use Stud E, turning it into a +3 battle axe.
Oh! And so keep in mind, a battle axe is a two-handed weapon.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're right. It is. I've got a shield in my hand. It's not really anything. I can't really switch my shield in and out real quick, I wouldn't think. I could go a +2 spear.
That you could.
So I will use option F and turn the Rod of Lordly Might into a +2 spear.
Okay.
And I'm still invisible, and I'm going to... Is the door unlocked now?
Yes.
But it's not opened.
It has not been opened yet.
Okay. I'm just going to come and... I think I got plenty of movement with the encounter, right? I'm just going to stay right there invisible and let things progress.
Okay. And the veterans are still searching. They're not coming up with any answers. They're not going to be searching forever. They still haven't noticed that you guys are doing anything. All right, Peppermint. You are aware the door is unlocked.
Okay.
Go on in, Peppermint. Kick it off.
Bust that door open. Okay, I'm just gonna nudge the Lord to the side, I guess, and kick it in. Let's see what's happening in there.
Okay. I will move Peppermint there so she can see what's going on.
Everybody will have a little sight in there, right?
Yeah, probably.
Mine seems to think the door is closed and has no line of sight.
Yeah, that's mine
Yeah,
too.
I can change.
Now you got to move doors and stuff.
I can
You want to get
like
all
that.
fancy with it.
There, you should be able to see in there now. I just got.
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Okay.
there's a dead body.
No, it is not a dead body. So the door opens, and you can see that sitting in this chair, you see Khiiral, who is quite shocked, and he immediately kind of, "What are you doing? That door was locked. This is a private room." Sitting across from him, you see Miriam.
Boom, boom, boom.
But that's not really her, though, right?
Well,
No.
She's wearing a skin suit, I say,
okay.
which probably sounds crazy, but yeah.
So you point out that Miriam is wearing a skin suit.
We're here to protect you from the fake Miriam.
That's right.
I lost my place. Oh, there it is. Miriam stands up.
Are they surprised?
Oh, shit. Well, that's a good question, too. In addition to her absolutely dismal fucking
Initiative?
initiative.
Uh-huh. She might as well be surprised. She's getting ganked.
Yes. Well, she does get a plus. She gets a plus 4. That means she got a 5. Which, I mean, still not great. She stands up, but let's see if she is surprised. She is not surprised. Let's see. That was Peppermint. What is Malachi doing?
Malachi can look right across the stage, right?
Yes.
And hell, I think it's time for my good old basic run of the mill shit.
Okay.
And cast Marionette
Okay. Let's
on skin thing.
Okay. So you're on the Skinwalker. Okay. So she gets a spell save, correct?
Yeah, save versus paralysis.
Save versus paralysis. She needed to get an 8 or better. She got a 12.
Well, that's my spell. Worked it off. She saved. It didn't do nothing.
What's Mira doing?
Mira is holding in case these guards come. She's gonna then just kind of like rah and keep them at bay. So
Okay.
they don't interfere with the
Yeah,
fight.
keep
Her goal is
distracting.
yeah, it's distract them or just keep them at
I
bay.
will
So
be
we're not getting
cute,
attacked
cute
too.
kitten. Nobody can resist my charms.
Gonna lay their belly up and purr and shit like.
I love watching some of the videos of like the big cat rescues. Like not like the not like that bitch Carol Baskin, but like some of the other ones. And some of these actual domesticated large cats. And what always gets me about it is that how they act just like a normal fucking house cat. Like they act exactly the same. I like one of my favorites, of course, is Luna the Pantera. But some of the other ones, there's even what's the cougar's name, Messy, and it's just so funny because they act like a regular house cat, only like 6 times bigger. Right? They're huge cats. So yeah, I can imagine Mira acting. Pet me. I will allow you. What's Jackson doing?
Jackson is gonna come in the room and be like, "Come with me if you want to live."
Okay. So you're saying that to Khiiral?
Yeah.
And Kirill's still like, what the fuck? Like, what are all these people doing in my private room? I'm trying to get laid and break up with my whore. What's going on? So are you just grabbing him or?
I mean, no, because if he doesn't come willingly, then he needs to see what's about to happen. We
Okay.
shouldn't kill her until we have some proof, until we can like show him she's not her.
Okay.
Actually, I should drag him across the hall to the other room. That's what I'll do. I'll drag him across the hall to the other room. Like, that is not your lady. And I'll do like drag him over here.
Okay. Good. Make a strength ability check.
Feeling you were gonna say that. Had to get under, so I'm pretty sure that's under.
That's probably under. So I mean, not that, and I mean, I'm not even going to try bothering to do a contested roll because Khiiral he's not he's not a martial man. He's quite delicate, and so you kind of just pluck him up out of his chair and go, "You're coming with me," and you drag him out of the room. This, of course, Miriam. You can see that Miriam gets a deep frown. It is on her face, like she is not happy with this turn of events. Alora, what would you like to do?
I guess I closed the door behind Jackson so that she can't get in there easy.
Okay.
I'll stand in front of it. There we go. So she can go ahead and attack somebody, and we'll defend ourselves if she wants to.
Just draw a line showing that the door is closed. Okay,
Right.
so Alora shuts the door. The Skinwalker, she. So a couple of things happen all at once. She kind of grabs and goes rip, and the skin comes off. And what you see is a bloated, twisted, green demonic presence. This is what is a in English it would be known as is a painted skin demon. It is, and I'm probably slaughtering this, but it is, I believe, Chinese. Huapagawai. It has three general forms, one appearing as a demure Orentian woman in a white and red kimono. Huapagawai never speaks to others in this form and will only communicate with a charmed and possessed individual that she has chosen. The second form is as a bloated and twisted green demonic presence. Shoulders, hips, knees, and elbows are all double jointed, allowing the Huapagawai to appear to change shape, escape bonds, and move in a truly disturbing manner. In this form, the Huapagawai's hands turn into unnaturally large hands that end in razor-sharp claws, while the mouth can open nearly 180 degrees and is filled with impossibly long needle-like teeth. The third form is the Huapagawai can spend a turn to skin a creature it has killed and wear their skin, appearing as that person. The dead creature must be female and must be human. So, Miriam was not a half-elf. Miriam was a human. So it rips the skin off, and you see this this bloated, disgusting demonic presence. It then it is going to leap upon Peppermint, or attempt to leap upon Peppermint.
Run away, run away.
Weird. Anyways, it moves up. It gets 2 claws and a bite attack.
Okay.
Poor Peppermint. First claw attack is going to be a miss, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wait. Sorry. I almost went back to the old days. So a 15. Does a 15 hit?
My armor class is 17.
Okay, so that is there. This will be better. Second claw attack. 24 is going to get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be-
For 2 points of damage.
that's it.
And then a bite attack. 12 is going to be a mess.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is so much faster than having to look up the fucking chart. Mavis, what would you like to do?
Attack. Let's do this. Go in there and smack it. Hopefully.
Okay.
Oh crap! I rolled too many. I'm sorry. Just take the.
No worries.
Okay. That is a 18 hit.
And 18 does hit.
Okay. Cool. All right. Reset.
Okay. All right, so Mavis brings the hammer down and smacks the Huapagui, and you can hear everybody can hear the hammer crunch into like bone. The end of the hammer, when you hit, there's like a sizzling sound, and a white wispy smoke comes off of where the hammer has hit. Dentry, what would you like to do now that you are armored?
I will run down to the end of the hall because it's going to take me a whole turn probably just to get down there now that I'm armored.
Yeah, you can sprint, so you can double your move. So that's what, 40 feet?
Yeah. Let's see here. How far is that going to get me?
Well, you're gonna get there, man.
I would think.
I'm going to get here.
Okay.
Well, yep, right about there. There you go.
Peppermint, look out!
I'm coming. Borman, what are you doing?
Man, yeah, Borman's gonna move right here and do a backstab on the thing. Does a 25 hit?
Yes, it does.
Here is a D6, I believe.
Spear, I believe you are correct. Let me look at my master chart. Speared, 1d6, and that is a +2.
Strength modifier.
Yes.
Go. So 12 points of damage.
Ouch. Okay. Same thing. So you backstab with your spear and stab her right in the fucking kidney, right? And when you pull the spear out, it's like this wispy white smoke comes with it, and there's like a sizzling over the wound. The veterans are now definitely aware that shit's going on. This veteran can get there. And they're not double moving because I don't think they're... I doubt they're in a hurry to get into this problem. They probably took this job because it's a cushy job. They move there. They are now, of course, completely aware of Mira.
Mira was not too keen on the one walking past her.
She what?
Mira was not okay with the one that walked past her.
Okay, Mira can
Get back here.
yeah,
Why at
Mira,
his leg or something.
yeah, Mira can make an attack of opportunity at +2.
Plus what?
She can make an attack of opportunity. She gets a +2 to the attack.
Oh, +2. That was what I missed. The plus. I was like, plus what you say? So that's a D20 +2 then? Okay, cool. I got this.
Get the plus from her Thaco too, though.
Right,
Like Thaco 14 is +5.
right. So total of
Oh, that's
+7.
right.
Yes.
Shit, that's right. Mira has now instead of Thaco, it's +5 to attack. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I have it here. Yeah, attack bonus is 5. Okay, so a D20 +7 then. I'm just gonna add D7 after the fact to speed it up. 25.
Yeah, that hits.
And that's 2D4. For 5 damage.
Ouch.
Hey, get back here. I was playing with you.
So yeah, she swipes at the guy's leg. Okay, so it does not say that that it's any kind of entangle. It's just a rip and pull. And so yeah, she slices his ankles as he goes by. Peppermint, what are you doing?
I'm gonna attack the Skinwalker.
Okay. 14.
Probably not.
14 does not hit. She swings and misses. The Huapagui drops down, and her battle axe swings over her head. Malachi, what are you doing?
Malachi's casting magic missile.
Okay.
He takes 13 points of damage.
Okay. What's Mira doing? She's got these 3 veterans.
She's gonna move over here, like meow, meow, and like yo, back up, homie. This is not the fight you want. Stay out of it unless you want to. Like she doesn't want to kill him necessarily, but she wants them to stay out of it. But I mean, if she's got to kill him for them to not. Her task was guard, but now they're moving past, so now she's attacking.
Okay.
Brain. Her animal brain is determined. Guard means kill.
And 18 hits.
Ah. 2D4. 2D4.
Ouch. And she gets
See,
another.
her heart's not.
She gets another tentacle attack if she wants.
That was 2.
Oh, was that 2?
3 plus 1.
No,
3 plus 1 is 4.
Right, but you have to make a second attack.
Oh, right. Fuck me. I forget she.
So it's 2d4 for
the damage of it.
Right.
Right. So I rolled. That's what I fucking shit. My brain is. Sorry. That's just me being fuck shit.
No, you're fine. Ooh. If.
How does a nat one work with a natural weapon?
Right. So in that one, she swipes, and the guard reaches over and gets a attack at +2.
+2s. It'll even out to 0 because of her phasing thingy.
Oh, that's right. That isn't good. No, that he swipes, and she's not where he thinks she is, so he misses. Jackson, what are you doing?
I will come out of the room. I guess
yeah, Kiryl's like, what the fuck is going on? He is like ranting and raving. Why are you trying to kill my mistress?
Open the door and be like, does that look like your mistress to you?
Okay, so he looks across the hall and sees the Huapagui, and is horrified at what he is witnessing. He's like, "No, that can't be Miriam." I mean, the pile of skin is laying on the floor.
Look at the floor, fool. Like, look, I'm gonna spend my turn just trying to convince him of what's actually happening.
Okay.
Because like I want him to be on our side when this is all said and done.
Yeah, he is horrified at what he is seeing. Alora, what are you doing?
I should help out my friend Mira. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the throwing dagger.
You're gonna swing on this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, okay. I'll use the rod of parrying. Screw it. Let me get closer.
Bonk.
Yeah. It's serving me well. Hey,
That
check
hits.
that out. It's a D6, I think.
That's a good question.
Parrying.
Rod of parrying works as
1D.
1d8 damage, and it is a +2 magic item. So 1d8.
Cool.
For 9.
Sweet.
So the rod of parrying comes down, and you hear she smacks him in the head, and there's just this crunch, and this veteran just drops to the floor. Like the side of his helmet is all dented, and he's done.
Um,
The Huapaguay can see what's going on, and to you guys, the Huapaguay then vanishes. Turns invisible. This a window in the side. You can hear the glass or see the glass just shatter outwards, and you hear a splash in the water as it escapes.
The official story is the guard was killed by the Huapagui.
That works.
That's what we're gonna convince this guy to tell people. The Huapagui killed the guard, slit his throat, put on the skin suit, killed the other guard. Those two guys are sticking with that story if they want to live.
So yeah, so I mean, you've still got these guards. Mavis, do you want to try to convince these guards that? I mean, what do you want to do? You can try to convince them to stop attacking, what have you, and get control of the situation, or you can just go murder hobo. Either way.
I don't think I'm gonna go murder hobo.
All right.
I also have the lowest charisma out of everyone in the entire group. So I don't know if it's a good idea for me to try and convince the cards to do anything.
Fair.
I couldn't even convince the companions to stop sleeping with nasty people. You know?
Right.
So,
Right. Well, I mean, it would be. Well, hold on. Math here. Okay. That's better. Sorry, I was adding up. Okay. So, I mean, it would be 2d6 plus your charisma modifier. If you want to try
My
to.
charisma modifier is -1.
Oh shit! You're a cleric with a -1 charisma. That ain't good. Must be Catholic.
Yeah, I always fuck this all up. I will heal Peppermint.
Okay.
That's what I will do.
That's not a terrible idea.
There we go. Got my HP back.
Okay. Gentry, what are you doing?
Gentry is just gonna run forward to here, screaming. "Rah!"
Okay.
Realize he missed the fight. He's trying to catch up to the fight right now, not knowing that everything's done.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Did I miss it?
Pretty much.
Borman, what are you doing?
I am gonna right there, but the question is, can I reach the motherfucker with a 6-foot? Yeah. And I'm gonna stab that guy with a spear.
Okay. Like, fuck these guards.
It's a 14 hit.
It does not. He knocks your spear out of the way, and they move forward. As he moves forward like he's gonna swing. He moves forward like he's gonna swing, and Khiiral Triskalyn opens the door and comes out and goes, "Wait! They were protecting me." And the guards are, getting ready to swing, and they stand down. And he says, "They were protecting me. There was some foul being that had taken over sweet Miriam." And he is completely in shock over it. And the guards, kind of, I mean, they're not happy about this situation, but they kind of take the stance that, I mean, you were just defending yourselves. Even looking at their dead companion, or dead compatriot laying on the floor. But they get it. And so the two guards insist that we get Safanian down here to kind of clear this situation up and figure out what is going on here.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that you guys were housing a demon. And,
Yes,
yeah, I mean, well, we freed all of you from its clutches. Let's expect a big reward.
So we're going to go ahead and break here for the week. Let me divvy up some XP for you guys. Everybody gets 801 XP.
Yay!
Did
Thank you, sir.
Did we get anything from the gold that we made?
No, because you won that in a well.
Oh, I'm not begging for it. I'm only asking if that is a expiable offense.
Yeah, no, I would say
That's
no,
all.
because I mean, it was won in a poker match, or a poker game, not found in a dungeon. So no.
All right, fair enough.
What if we had picked their pockets?
That
For
too
future
can be
reference.
done. Yes.
For future reference, if we steal from someone, does that count?
It can, yeah. Sometimes.
Okay.
Like, if you're just wandering through the city streets picking pockets, then no. But if you are, moving silently and hiding in a dungeon and you pick a goblin's pocket for a key to a door, and part of that comes with a purse full of coins, then yes.
So in other words,
It's nebulous.
We got to steal something that's not on somebody's person. You know, if we break in their bedroom and take the money out of their chest, we get paid.
Right.
If we pickpocket off their fucking corpse, we get paid. But if they're alive and we just sneak it off of them, that's not. That's not a.
Well, like I said, it depends. I mean,
we have to kill the person to loot the body to get the experience, is what you're telling me.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, so we gotta get Mavis to the dark side.
Oh man.
Another
Exactly
example of that is, like, for instance, and this goes to Beck-Me D&D, is that so in the, I believe it's the third box set, Companion, the Companion box set, talks about basically talks about dominions. So let's say the players build a fortress or a castle or a stronghold, what have you. And it goes into, okay, well, you know, the most basic of these would be a fighter who builds a stronghold. They are now ruling a certain area, and of course there's going to be peasants that live in that area, and there's going to be the fighter can set up a tax rate, and money comes in from taxes of these farmers, right? That gold that comes in from taxes is not counted as XP. And that makes sense, because the game would become completely unhinged and unbalanced if that was the case, because, you know, if your dominion is big enough, you could be talking about thousands and thousands of gold every month and gaining XP by just doing nothing, just sitting there ruling your kingdom and never leaving your throne. And so,
Exactly.
you know, it does go into that. The Old School Essentials doesn't get that far into. I mean, it talks about strongholds, but it doesn't give you any rules or guidelines on what to do with them. My default is always to go to Companion. There's a lot of other things in there as well, like mass combat, which could be something that will be coming. But I think I'm going to look for a more updated modern reference, and I found one via Castles and Crusades for mass combat and armies and things like that. So there's a couple of different ways to go about that, but yeah, that's my default.
All right. Well, cool. I had fun. I gotta go because it's stuff's going on. Oh,
are we playing
Go
the
ahead.
Saturday after Thanksgiving?
I'm down.
Me too. I'll play.
Right?
Yeah, I'm mostly sure I'm in.
Okay,
All right.
and we
Hell
will
yeah.
go ahead and play on the Saturday post Thanksgiving. Have a good Thanksgiving. I will see Wes and Cameron on Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, and to all of our viewers, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Have a good one, guys.
Take care.